A very good evening from the central station here in Vienna, Austria. I've made it here after a long journey all the way from Kiev to Budapest overnight the last night, and then a short intercity to here to make my connection onto yet another sleeper train, as tonight we're going to try the Nightjet train for the third time. The first time I did this exact route from Vienna to Amsterdam over 3.5 years ago. Back then the trip was fine, breakfast was lacking. The second time I took the Nightjet was from Innsbruck to Amsterdam a few months ago. That one got cancelled halfway because, well, the train broke down. The third time is the charm. I'm going to give it yet another go. This time I will be on a Nightjet train. That is the new version, as far as I know. That means I have a cocoon for myself if everything is right. So let's wait for the train to pull in and figure out what we will get for our money. So just like 3.5 years ago, this train goes to Hamburg and Amsterdam. It was split somewhere along the route. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Nuremberg, but we'll find out later tonight. And it says that this train will be diverted. Yes, there it is. Detour. We will not be stopping at Passau, but we're going over St. Pölten, Hauptbahnhof, Linz, Hauptbahnhof, and Salzburg. Look, those are the cocoons. I want to be in that one. Today's trip is on board one of the newest Nightjet trains released about a year ago. These of course feature seats and couchettes for several passengers, but I'll be traveling in one of their one-person couchettes, or cocoons as I like to call them. Starting in Vienna, this almost 16-hour trip, delays not included, mainly runs through Germany. But we'll get some glances of Austria in the evening and the Netherlands in the morning on a random summer day after leaving Ukraine just the day before. It's a new train. Look, I think we're splitting here. Really new, look how nice. Look, cocoons. It's really cool. I am in 44. This is 44. That's my cabin for the night.
Ja, hier. Dit zijn tenminste open. Ja, maar was het
Not sure how that works. The couchette door was wide open, while the locker was closed. I didn't realize I needed a keycard to open it until this moment. Oops, I closed it.
Was van ons weg moet ook gewassen. Oh nee, maar is dat fijn dat heel soms werk ik wel wat, maar daar hebben jullie dan waarschijnlijk maar die heb ik niet. Maar dan moet je een filmpje opnemen dat je hebt gedaan. Nee, al die lichtjes.
I'm sitting down, not really comfortable, so I'm going to close it first, like this. Okay, you can open it from the inside, like this. And this card opens the luggage locker and your shoe locker. We have a trash bag, a little bottle of water,
A bottle of water?
even little piece of, I don't know, it's a cookie. My ticket. Let's clean this up first. So I have to scoot back because I have about, when I'm sitting up straight, I have centimeter or 5 left, so it's not that much, but I can sit up straight without bumping my head, which is pretty nice. The table here has a mirror, can be folded like this, has a cup holder, and can be moved all around to the front. like this. So I can sit against the backside here. Or I can sit here and chat with my neighbor, I guess. That's my jacket, don't worry. We have bed linens, so you can make up your own beds. We have a extremely little pillow, but nice enough. And we have a nice fleece blanket, which will probably be static, but that's also no problem. I'm now sitting against the exterior of the train here. There is another waste bag, safety instructions here, and on the other side of me is a very little window, which is actually kind of funny. So I can close it halfway, and I can close it entirely like this. We have a wireless charger here that I'm not able to use, which is no problem, because there's an outlet here, 220 volts and USB-A. This switch is for this light up here, and all the other lighting is right here. Brightness, maximum already, slightly less. We can also change the color. Look, blue, orange, red, purple, and white again. That was a quick tour of my cabin. There's nothing more to tell. It's oh wait, yeah, there's one more thing. I have 2 coat hangers, an alarm button you don't want to touch. Also, this here is a door which I can open, so I can talk to my neighbor as well. This is what it looks like if there's no one in it yet. While you're watching me showing you around the nearest toilet, let's discuss pricing. I booked this ticket 5 days before departure through the website of ÖBB. Because of this late booking, the total for this trip in my personal cocoon, officially still named couchette, was €189.90. Still cheaper than getting connecting flights from somewhere outside of Ukraine on such short notice though. As my train eventually arrived less than 1 hour late, some 50 minutes only, there was no delay compensation for this trip. That's the first time I actually don't claim a refund out of 3 trips on the Nightjet. Delays though aren't only caused by the operator. It also depends on rail traffic in general and ongoing construction work, for example. No time to sleep yet. I just ordered a decent meal, I think, and a big beer. Once it's finished, I'll be able to sleep very nicely. Curry made of lentils with rice, 2 slices of bread with seeds, and a big can of beer. We are leaving the second stop of the day. Right behind me through the little window you can see that. A lot of students got on the train, but they will settle down, I'm sure, within a few minutes. I'm going to finish my big beer here. I've changed the lights to mood lighting, a little bit blue. I'm going to close the door, and then I'm going to sleep.
Many hours later.
A very good morning. We are at the train station of Kassel. I just woke up. I'm not sure what happened because I was sleeping for like 7 hours. We have a delay of 1 hour. Very good morning. I had a pretty decent night of sleep. I slept about 7 or 8 hours. I was rudely woken up by the Germans that were checking passports.
FBI, open up!
After that, I fell asleep pretty quickly, I guess. We are about 4 hours away from our destination, and we should be served breakfast in about half an hour. We are now at the train station of Hanover. This is the station where I was stranded just a few months ago because the train broke down. Now, this is an entirely new train, but that's no guarantee.
Wir so weit sind, dass wir weiterfahren können. Wir bitten um Verständnis und etwas Geduld. Wir bedanken uns herzlich.
Okay, something happened. Didn't catch that, and now we have to wait. I checked around real quick, and apparently there was an alarm in the kitchen, so breakfast might be a thing. And I'm not sure if we will get out of Hanover because, well, last time I was stranded here, but you know, so we'll see. We've been in Hanover for quite a while. I think we arrived just before 8 and it's 8:45 now. There we go, it's 10 to 9 and we are rolling again. You tell me what you see here. 3.5 years ago I got one Kaiserbrot. Now I have 2 really small ones. Not Kaiserbrot though, they're a little bit softer. Yes. Look, wooden, really light wood spoon and sugar, a little tissue. Well, that was my little breakfast. Nothing too special, but it'll do for now. Could have used some juice though, that would be really nice. We are speeding along, maybe you can see it. There we go. Towards the border with the Netherlands. We should be there within an hour, 1.5 I guess. And then it's another hour to Amsterdam. I have to say this train is really quiet. Outside of people talking, which is normal at this time of day, you don't really notice you in a train except for the movement it makes when it's braking or going to a bend, curve in the track. It's a huge improvement over the older carriages I had earlier, which are of course decades old and pretty noisy. Ease of booking. I booked this ticket just 5 days before departure through the website of the operator. That's honestly the only website you should book these tickets through in case of a refund claim, for example. 5 stars. Level of comfort. Having your very own space that can be completely closed off from the outside world on board a train is pretty sweet. That given, your space to sleep, to sit and eat is all the same space. 4 stars. Time traveled. Flying is faster, but this 16-odd-hour train ride is pretty sweet. It saves a hotel night in either Vienna or Amsterdam, which aren't the cheapest places to stay. 4 stars. Cleanliness. My personal space was clean, as was the rest of the train. There is limited space to dispose of trash, but personal trash bags are provided. The toilets are clean and smell fresh throughout the trip. 5 stars. Price comparison. As I booked just a few days out during peak summer season, I got slapped with the highest fare I ever paid on any sleeper train to date. This was still cheaper than a plane ticket though. Those were around €250 without luggage. 5 stars. Meal service. Where the paid evening meal was decent, breakfast wasn't up to the standard I can reasonably expect if you ask me. But it was better than the first 2 times on a Nightjet service, so that's an improvement, right? 4 stars.